Welcome, everyone. I am not Speediest Chief, but I'm here hosting GBLA. My name is King Ivy. This is the most elite and exclusive Pokemon Go PvP tournament in the world. Every Friday, we invite the top 8 trainers in the Go Battle League leaderboard. We place them in a single elimination tournament in an attempt to answer who is the best, like no one ever was. Hopefully, I made Speediest proud with that intro. And then each of our 8 weekly winners will advance to the season grand final tournament. As we can see here, we already have 6 of the competitors already selected that had won previous weeks. We're looking to fill that week 7 slot, and then eventually the week 8, and then the grand final with a potential very special guest shoutcaster. But you'll have to tune in a few weeks for that. At the grand finals, we'll have crown a champion of season 3 of the GBLA. First there were leaderboards, then there was the GBLA. This week we have an incredible show. Before we begin the weekly broadcast, let's look back at some of the previous weeks of the GBLA.
Maybe not with water gun for the Quillfish.
Let's it through 2 shields! Oh man.
Oh boy. Well, that matchup did not flip, Speedy. Dragalge about to come in.
Here comes the Grimer.
Wow!
Grimer! Oh my
nice
goodness! Exactly. Sometimes a little BM goes a long way.
Ooh,
combo!
Oh no!
Here comes an Earth Power Decisive Shield here.
Game deciding shield right here. Does play it up very nice. Clock or just get some confusion up before going into the Swampert.
Oh my god, here comes DD. It has a Psycho Boost though.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Fair enough. Throwing the lunge, expecting the shield. Oh my god, what a
Oh my
call.
goodness, calls the lunge.
Gonna Dragon Tail down, and that is a win. Little Grimer is back. Oh, builds up to the Psychic. I love that play. Getting the shield too. Throwing another Vine Whip, Soph. What is going on? You almost lost.
Yeah, I'm maybe Lemur thought Jay still had a... Especially after you saw the Skarmory, right? The nuke move, indeed. If this lands, it's going to do a ton of damage.
Gets the defense drop on the first try. I swear it's not 30% chance. It's like 80% chance. Another one. No. No shield.
No. No shield.
Ice Beam.
Oh no. Winning switch does not win the game. Yet. Oh my goodness. And the combo play.
I love the Galv getting revenge here against the ground type Nidoqueen, throwing the lunge.
That's right. You know, it seems very counterintuitive to switch your Galvin to a ground type like that, but it paid off there.
Wins that race. Crustle goes down to the Avalanche. That boy Jay takes a decisive 3-1 victory over Arrow. Congratulations to our week 3 winner, that boy Jay. 1, 2, 3, 5. Right, so?
That's right. Big congratulations to Jay. I can't believe those battles are over. It felt very, very fast.
We have an absolute incredible group of competitors this week. I'm really excited to see them compete in the Master League Premier Classic. And we've also invited one of the best Master League competitors and battlers in the entire world. So it is with my honor and pleasure to involve Stefan. Welcome to the GBLA. It's an honor to have you. How are you doing today? Why don't you tell us a little bit more about your Pogo Raids Discord and yourself.
Yeah, thanks for the introduction, King. So yeah, I'm Stefan. As he told us, I'm mostly interested, actually exclusively interested in Master League. That's why I mostly playing around at the Pogo Raids Discord, which I think is the best place in the world to play your Master League battles. Yeah, what we do there is actually we have like Sylph does for Great League. That's what we do at Pogo Raids. For Master League, we have a lot of custom team cups. Sometimes we had some prizes in the past, some bigger tournaments, but mostly it's just in-house. Yeah, basically that's what we do. Currently, we're also looking to expand this, these cups and working on some platform at the moment, a little bit in talks with Go Stadium and see if we can collaborate on that and find some nice platform to host these tournaments at.
Yeah, basically the Master League version of the Silph Arena. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that comes along and seeing some more Master League battles. So again, if you're interested in participating in more Master League metas or draft tournaments or anything in that such, or want to show off your Master League battles, definitely join the Pogo Rates Discord. With that said, let's take a look at this week's competitors. So we have 8 extremely strong competitors. Stefan, why don't you tell us some of the names that you're familiar with, that you've seen in some like past turns? I know a lot of these names might be more new to you, but what
Yeah,
are
definitely.
just known to you?
So yeah, since I'm not really involved with Silph and that community, so I don't really know a lot of these names. Know a couple of them just by name, not by the player, just from scanning some of the leaderboards earlier seasons. I think the only one that I really recognize here is Dial-Up, and I'm gonna mispronounce it. Jurn. I think you featured him long ago in some Mass League video.
Yeah, no, so yeah, Dial-Up is an extremely strong competitor and also a fellow Canadian. Auburn, I believe Swampert actually just hit number 10 on the, if I read that correctly on Twitter, hit number 10, the 10th time hitting number 1 on the leaderboard this season, which is extremely competitive. And obviously, Run Universe, extremely strong competitor. The 6'4 Ninja, very humble and polite individual, but also a very fearsome battler. We have Ashish, it's Saxon and J Beach, and really a strong list of competitors. I'm looking forward to seeing what Pokemon they'll be bringing, because I know a lot of people at the top of the leaderboard don't typically play Master League. So I'm curious on what Pokemon they'll bring, what teams they'll bring, and what strategies and unique strategies they'll bring to these battles. All right. Yeah, if we're predictions are up. So if you want to go ahead and spend some of your points, predict who is going to win. We are going to have Auburn versus Swampert up first. So I'm curious on who will come out on top in that match. What are some of your favorite Pokemon to use in the Master League Premier Classic?
Yeah, it has to be Drill actually. So Extra Drill. I think at this point, to me, it's by far the best Pokemon in the meta.
Yeah, covers ground and flying, right? That's like the very typical coverage in the meta, and it's an absolute monster. It's a little bit squishy, but it can get a lot of work done. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first round and see how these two competitors go. Um, Stefan, I'll let you lead us when it comes to the casting.
Yeah, I wonder if we see the same lines I've been seeing in GBL for a bit. So we get Metagross into Gyarados lead,
What do you
seeing
think
if they were gonna swap here.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
I think against Dragon Breath you can stay in a bit, but now, yeah, this is looking bad.
Yeah, so what do you think about the Dragonite versus Excadrill matchup?
Yeah, I personally like to be on the Excadrill side here, but Dragonite can actually do a good amount of damage, so it definitely wins the 2 shield.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the
So it has options here.
Yeah, it depends on whether or not Auburn really wants to win switch. Obviously, he has to be careful of the if he's going to line up Haxorus onto Gyarados, of the potential outrage. I actually didn't see the charge move on the Gyarados, but typically Waterfall Gyarados carry outrage as their second move.
Yeah, I think it's like 80% of the time I've seen it with outrage there. Yeah.
So do you let this go and do you bullet punch down, or do you shield and farm down? Okay, looks like he's choosing.
Yeah,
to,
usually in my own playing style, I would like to let things go and build on energy, but it's a bit risky in this meta, I think.
Ooh, okay. This is not particularly great here. They're running two very different lines. One running double dragon, one running double steel. So how do you feel? Looks like Swampbeard is in a favorable situation right now. Honestly, if you're Auburn, you kind of have to call the bait, but it makes sense to just go straight Earthquake in this situation.
Yeah, this is over now, right?
Yeah, this is a very unlikely scenario.
Yeah.
Maybe if the Hackers gets a boost.
Yeah, but even then, I think this Gyarados, even if it has Waterfall, then it has a Waterfall, of course,
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I
and
think
he's
you can just go straight. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you do as the Gyarados here.
I think Swampert's looking to go for the 2 shield flex. Do you reveal that you have outrage? I guess like they can always.
I think previous times they were allowed to switch between games,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly. So going to be able to outrage, and looks like no surprise. Double steal beats double dragon in this case, and obviously Hackers was going to be the big core breaker, but the Metagross farm down on the dragon was a little bit too much to overcome even after winning the switch. All right, we're off to game number 2, and we're ready to go ahead with the second battle and see. Oh, okay. What do you obviously very favorable lead with the as the Magnezone, but the
Yeah,
waterfalls
I'm
really add up.
not a fan of Magnezone because it's so vulnerable to Excadrill. So even if you win matches, you can get farmed a lot by it. So it's a bit risky at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an interesting Auburn choosing to go to the full complete hard counter in terms of Magnezone to Gyarados and Gyarados into Metagross, and Auburn must be predicting that there's an extra drill in the back trying to line up that Haxorus. So how do you feel that Swampert should play out of this particular matchup?
I like just going here for the medium mesh, trying to see if you can grab a shield, especially with shields. Excadrill super, insanely good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That's was that like a
That's unfortunate.
desync CP? That is very unfortunate there, because now this Gyarados will get a decent amount of farm and won't have to really worry too much about the opposing Gyarados getting to an outrage. So it's actually if you're gonna look to come back.
Even with
Oh,
yeah, definitely with Dragon Breath, you can
yeah,
just farm down and probably dump something on the Magnezone to make it easier to farm later.
mm-hmm.
But
Dragon
still,
Breath.
this Haxorus is going to be a problem, of course.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna see the immediate swap on both sides. A little bit of weird visual there, but that tends to happen.
Yeah, I think it's over now.
Yeah, this match should be over. Though two draw runs that does KO the Haxorus. Haxorus is very squishy. As you can see, it did quite a bit of damage. But these counters are also doing a tremendous amount of damage.
Yeah, I think there was more play, maybe staying a little bit in with the Gyarados. So yeah, if you have to swap at some point.
Oh, got the boost.
Really rough. Yeah.
And going for another Night Slash, it doesn't really matter here. This match is over at this point in time. Yeah, we're just gonna see basically the spark down occur. Oh, gonna go mirror shot. It makes sense to mirror shot just to reduce the attack in case the Gyarados has like Hydro Pump and.
I'm not sure why even throwing this.
Yeah. Well, the Gyarados does have quite a bit of energy, so the second mirror shot will, if you're gonna throw both mirror shots anyways, then it was the chance to reduce the attack is favorable there. I'm gonna go for the outrage, which would probably likely do more damage than one Aqua Tail, but it really doesn't matter at this point in time.
Yeah, it's still Magnezone, so that does less than I expected actually.
Yeah. All right, we see Auburn making the full adjustment in game 2 and completely hard countering. What would be your mindset going into game 3 for each of the competitors?
It's a bit difficult. Usually I try to see if I have some information on the opponent. Now I do not have that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how their behavior is there. Mm-hmm. You can of course also go something relatively neutral here and play, try to play it safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you might if you're like Auburn, you might go like Dragonite lead. It's not the worst against the Gyarados leads and potential counters to Magnezone. So let's see how these two competitors will adapt and let's see who will move on to the semifinals or the final 4. Okay, we see Haxorus into. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we see the.
Great lead for Auburn,
Yeah.
of course, here.
Absolutely. Oh, and it's a Dragon Breath Gyarados as well. This is looking really favorable. And I guess like Swampert's trying to convince that there was a potential Hydro Pump, but actually threw a little bit
Yeah.
early.
But you're not buying that that's really going to be Hydro Pump.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at one point when I was streaming for the Poker Race community, I was playing some Gyarados and I was shouting out, okay, let this be Hydro Pump. And it was the one time they had it.
yeah, but I think okay, actually gonna choose to throw. Obviously, as the extra drill, you're gonna want to try to come out of this matchup with energy. That's really the only way you can potentially win. But we see,
Yeah, but it's just not quite yet in the range. So I think that's a good call by the Togekiss to throw
we see,
before your match out range.
yeah, we see Swampert. No, not Swampert. Excadrill double charm in the back. So, gonna commit to the flamethrower. Very nice timing. Very nice time to throw there. But this Excadrill is already at half health. But Auburn's gonna have to be quick on the switch. Oh, okay, gonna shield. I don't think that makes a huge.
I expect an immediate switch here now to the.
Yeah. Really wants that charm damage. Gonna a little slow on the switch. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Obviously, timing of when you're gonna throw. This is actually a single move, Sylveon. Okay, doesn't care about Moonblast. I guess you're unlikely to throw Moonblast anyway. So, but that's okay. This is kind of what I was referring to earlier. That some of these competitors don't necessarily play Master League that much, so that they have some interesting Pokemon. In this case, a single move Sylveon, but Psyshock is ultimately what you want to throw, anyways.
I have to say that ever since it got this Community Day move, I don't think I personally have used the Moonblast since then.
Oh, is this who's going to win the race to this move? Well, okay.
Looks like the Sylveon. Yeah, I think the Sylveon should be able to. Yeah, definitely should be able to clinch this. Because
survive. Okay. Then you have to switch here, right? You have to switch here and throw the Night Slash. Oh, okay. Okay, we're seeing some file properties here, and okay, all right. Okay, we're going back in time. Okay, we're seeing some week 7 highlights while we're in week 7. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. All right. This is what happens when Speedius is not here. All chaos. All chaos breaks loose. Right. Okay. Honestly, our producer in the background tells us he despises double charm. Really doesn't want to show the outcome of this match. And this is what's happening. I'm trying to convince our producer in the back. Let us show the end of this match, regardless of the outcome. Come on. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. All right.
Well, we know it's what's gonna live this, right?
Yeah, we know that it lives. We're gonna see the body slam. You have to instantly swap at this point in time, right? You have to be careful.
Yeah. Also, it's nice if you can get those 2 licks later on and not take another charm.
Okay. Really wanted the damage there, which I think is okay. You can throw in the. Okay.
But if you just switch out and you can take those licks later without taking a charm, right?
Yeah,
that's a possibility.
Exactly.
You give yourself a possibility of 2 more licks.
Oh, the Sylveon actually lived, but this should be fine. Gonna be able to land.
That's 1 counter, right?
Yeah, exactly. This should take out the Excadrill, and then gonna be able to counter down the Sylveon. Very nice play there.
Snorlax living that Psyshock was huge there.
That
definitely switched out this whole game.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very impressive play by both sides, and coming with some really unique strategies to try to win out this game. And fantastic job. And our producer in the background just had to make sure that the double charm didn't win before it could start the end of the match. So fair enough. Hopefully that won't happen again.
Yeah, I think actually the timeline that we were looking at before was the double charm winning, and then we had to switch some things around.
Yeah,
That they actually lost.
exactly. They were forced to rematch, and this time
Yeah.
the Snorlax was able to get those licks in and take out the Sylveon. So really great job by both competitors. What did you think of the battles?
Um, yeah, it's nice to see that these are not really the common lines I've been seeing in GBL this last week and a half.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, they're the usual suspects, but other than that, I haven't seen the triple flyer, for example, yet.
Mhm.
You see some Gyarados double charm as well.
Yeah, coming up with a different variation on the double charm with the extra drill and running some interesting movesets on the Gyarados. We saw a waterfall on the first one. Then we saw the election to go Dragon Breath. Maybe making some predictions on what's potentially going to come in, and then as well we have predictions up for Ron Universe versus the 6-4 Ninja, two titans when it comes to the GBL leaderboard. What's some Pokemon do you expect to see in this match that we perhaps didn't see in the first one?
Yeah, now you're asking me something. Let me
Like, do you think
go
like
back
what
on
do you
what
think
we've
what,
seen.
what do you think of like Swampert?
So
In
I've been playing some Swampert, but that's also because I wanted to play something else to try to avoid these RPS matches.
hmm. and
Um,
and I've seen some like popularization around the use of Empoleon, which I think is a pretty interesting Pokemon as a
I think
steel water
Melodic
melodic.
would be a better option. I think that's something that we still have to see, and someone will probably bring it. But
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what the competitors bring. Let's go ahead and get started with this second game in the quarterfinals in the top eight and see how these two will compete. Okay. All right. We
oh,
Machamp.
that's a
Machamp.
huge
Very.
lead
I think
for the 26 Ninja.
fighters are really underrated in this meta. So obviously, oh my gosh, okay, gonna come into in Keldor.
I
Interesting
think he's
choosing.
gonna grab some energy.
Yes, yes. One Stone Edge does not KO, and then should be able to charm down before they make it to another Stone
Oh yeah,
Edge.
definitely, easily.
But the thing is, it will put this Togekiss quite low. So actually, not quite low enough that you could potentially farm down. We'll definitely see the extra drill trying to come out of this matchup with energy, of course. But this is looking honestly. If we're looking at the remaining lineup, this is looking like a complete hard counter and a very nice
Yeah,
read.
this should be really hard to turn around.
Yeah, you're gonna have to shield. Um,
And this is a little bit awkward. I guess this farm looks like it's gonna be a little bit awkward if you're
yeah,
gonna go over the 100. But I
yeah,
think you have to commit.
yeah. You have to farm down for sure. There's no other way. Um, gonna throw. I believe extra drill and CMP over Machamp.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a 20 base stat difference or so.
yeah. And then this does quite a bit, but it will live this drill run. Probably gonna throw.
Yeah, it's a two-shot move, so this you have to shield one of them at least.
Mhm.
And I doubt this drill gets another one. Would
Let's
need,
see.
yeah, I think it can live
Ooh.
4 counters, right?
Yeah, but they got to counter through, so we'll probably see that immediate switch to transfer that counter onto the Tokias. But unfortunately, the Tokias is really not going to like what's in the back, and is going to be the extra drill. Obviously, Ron Universe really fighting to get to that flamethrower, but you're not really fighting there. You're trying to crawl there and not crawling very quickly towards that flamethrower. Um,
I mean, doesn't really. I mean, the drill can, yeah, just throw right away. Doesn't really matter. They can go a couple over, but it's gonna force the other drill to throw anyway, and then Machamp can easily counter down.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's really not much you can do at this point in time. They're gonna try to farm as much as they can. Nice timing on the throw, but this is game over. Really nice team prediction from the 6-4 Ninja. Completely hard countering Ron Universe, and Yeah, sent that team to another dimension, right? So okay, what how do you see Ron Universe trying to prepare for the second game? Do you make any adjustments? Like, what would be your mindset in this particular
Yeah, well,
scenario?
so this Machamp was relatively unexpected, and maybe you can just go in the exactly same line and expect that they think, okay, this Machamp worked, and I'm gonna try something else now.
Mhm. Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, yeah, that sounds perfectly reasonable. It really can't get much worse for Ron Universe, so it can only look up here. All right, let's see how these two will adapt for game number two. We're going to see Tokius into. Oh my gosh, they really can't get too much hard counter than this.
Yeah, this
Um,
is
oh my gosh, rocking on a very spicy Pokemon in the back. Oh man, that Pokemon could be a
yeah. I
really
see
short
no
score measure.
way. I see no way here how to come back from this.
Well, let's see if it's a waterfall or dragon breath Gyarados.
Yeah, but
So
even if it's Dragon Breath, it's gonna align the Togekiss on the Garchomp, and then
yeah,
there
yeah.
is some Gyarados on the Arcanine.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But the did grab a
It's,
shield,
got,
right?
it's gonna take a shield, and this Garchomp is gonna not shield anything, of course.
Yeah, yeah. But then
But then
you could
still,
potentially two shield Arcanine and wild charge everything, and might be able to
that's
do something
that's
like that.
that's gonna be the play. But maybe you save a little bit of Garchomp to be able to sack later on or dump the debuffs.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like it will be able to survive another one of these draw runs. You
Yeah,
definitely
I should
have.
survive this one if I'm correct.
Oh
But then
goodness,
not much after that.
yeah, yeah. The thing is, the Sandtomb might not KO, so I definitely see some merit in trying to. But you're gonna okay. You don't think you think the Sandtomb would have KO'd at that point in time?
Would have been close. I'm not 100% sure, but it was. You also get one more Dragon Tail because they weren't there, so
Yeah, yeah.
probably would have sufficed.
Oh man, it
Yeah,
is a
this is.
waterfall variant. This is looking pretty nasty here. Did get the extra snarl in, but this is looking not so great right now. Especially if this
Yeah, this is very much over. Because even if they let this go, then this Togekiss can one shield and farm that down.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, yeah. But they actually do end up electing up shielding. So now the Arcanine is double debuff. Can it make it to a wild charge? Oh, it does not look like it. No, not even particularly close. It's just way too squishy. Uh, and there's not really too much this Garchomp can do at this point in time. What do you think of if 6-4 Ninja actually didn't shield the Garchomp, just threw the Sand Tomb, put it all in Arcanine with two shields and like potentially an energy advantage versus the Gyarados? Like,
Yeah, but it would have
it wouldn't.
needed like 2 wild charges on the Togekiss.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true.
And there
That's
was
true.
one shield, so it had to do 4
Yeah,
wild
yeah,
charges total.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It wouldn't have mattered there. So
That would probably be too much.
okay, so obviously both of them have hard countered the lead. Let's see how they're going to adapt for the third and decisive game. Okay, what do you think of this matchup? We'll see if this Snorlax is
This
best.
can depend on best buddies. It looks like Snorlax is best buddy and Gyarados is as well, so that cancels out.
Yeah. Oh,
Because if
but
I'm correct, the best buddy Snorlax picks up a lick
like breakpoint.
breakpoint.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And actually, Run Universe actually rocking the double charm. Um,
Yeah, it had to be come out some point because you see them quite often.
mhm.
Not a fan myself, but
Yeah, where our producer is threatening to take down the stream after seeing another double charm team. But I'm trying to
yeah,
convince
it's
the producer
gonna play it like it's in the books, right? Draw
yeah,
out the steal and then hope to be able to sweep with the other.
yeah, exactly. And
Cannot stay in too long in the neutral matchup there.
I think it'll partly depend on the fact that the Tokius couldn't catch the body slam is a little bit not great for Ron Universe, and it will partly depend on what moveset what fast move this Gyarados on the 6-4 Ninja side has. Um,
Yeah, if that's waterfall, it's gonna be rough, I think.
okay, one away. Okay, very good timing, very good understanding of how much energy. I personally think that you stay as the Gyarados and try to take the body slam, and then that way you have a fully healthy. But if this is a Dragon Breath Gyarados, we'll definitely see it come in. Okay, yep. The Snorlax electing to come in, looking to take the body slam. The 6-4 Ninja, knowing that's likely the strategy, so building up a little bit of extra energy. We should see the immediate swap out, though this won't KO the Gyarados. Oh, actually, looking to stay in. Um, very nice catch. But
I'm not sure
actually,
if you like to take this because
yeah,
this
knowing there's a
Sylveon
charm
is
in.
not gonna get too many moves anyway.
Yeah. Obviously, not knowing what's in the back. It does have the
Well,
waterfall variant, which is
I think
favorable
if you
here.
see Waterfall, Gyarados, and then Togekiss, it's gonna be either Dragonite or Sylveon in most cases.
Yeah. And this is looking pretty rough for.
So if it's Dragonite, of course, it's game over for the Waterfall Gyarados anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can just ignore that matchup and focus completely on the Sylveon there.
Okay, able to get the second Aqua Tail, but unfortunately, a charm did go through. And as we've seen in the last round, the body slam will definitely not KO the Sylveon or the body slam won't KO. But this is looking
But it
pretty.
still has some licks in it also. I think that's 2 charms at least.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely two
So
charms.
6 licks.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way. Oh man,
Looks
6-4
like
Ninja
1
saving.
charm too many.
At 6-4 Ninja
Maybe if
saving.
they could have denied that charm on the Gyarados, that 1 extra waterfall would have done it.
Yeah, so we saw double charm was not the way to win in the first round, but in the first match, but it was the way to win in the second match, and really well played by Ron Universe, and also well played by 6-4 Ninja. Unfortunately, saved two shields for a little bit squishy Gyarados, and unable to come out of the win with the match. Yeah, charm, double charm, definitely a relevant strategy now that you have like a reasonably tanky charmer and one that can get access to its charge moves relatively quickly.
Yeah, Sylveon is actually like Snorlax obviously tankier, but other than that, it's pretty much the tankiest option that's out there, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely, especially when it comes to charm users. What do you think of that round of that matchup compared to the last one? Obviously, we saw some hard
Um,
counter leads in that uh, last matchup.
yeah, we saw some more fighting. That's interesting. I think those can play a nice role. Also, have been featured a bit more lately in order to beat these extra drill. That yeah, I think we're a bit too powerful in the early days when people were still a bit focused on how it was in what was it like season 4 or something like that. The last time that Premiere was around.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And as well, we saw one of the more typical lines used, in this case, one of the most popular lines of Waterfall, Gyarados, and Double Charm. And we saw on display on why it's an extremely popular option, despite a neutral lead and a hard counter switching. But that last Charmer can be really devastating. All right, let's get on to the next round. Obviously, predictions are up, so get your channel points in if you're looking to win some. So, and as well, I'm sure we have a segment for our sponsors, but I appreciate our sponsors, PV Poke and Anonymous. So, Ashish is also a fan of Double Charm, I believe. So we'll see if we're gonna see it get played, or whether or not we'll see a pure counter of it. Okay, Hacktress and Machamp.
This
What
is
do you
a
think?
pretty neutral lead.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
this can be dependent also on fast move sneaking in.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both of them are trying to get that fast move in. Um,
Successfully denied by the extras here.
I think it might have been CMP. Let's see here. I'm not sure what the Machamp Chose to throw. Yeah, it looks like it was CMP. Interesting timing by both competitors. So how would you want to like to play if you're the Hextress?
Yeah, I think you have to throw on the move.
Mhm.
Well, that's not quite the Dragon Claw range anyway.
Yeah, so that's what I've noticed as well, that the Machamp can actually survive the Dragon Claw, while I believe the Hextress actually cannot survive this crush
It
up.
will
Let's see.
survive, but it will be counter range now.
Okay, yeah, be very low. Oh, interesting. Okay. Um, then we see oh my gosh, this is a single moved I guess the one move that only matters, so which is meter mash in this particular matchup. But as we can see, and as I was saying earlier, a lot of these high leaderboard players uh, don't play a lot of Master League, so they tend to have more single move Pokemon. Oh, interesting, the Snorlax electing um to
I have
not
to say,
shield.
I'm a bit surprised that you just not bother to pay like 75k for this extra move here.
Okay, interesting. So this body slam should KO. It'll be close,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it'll
yeah.
put down.
It's also Shadow.
Yeah, yeah. And then okay, choosing to shield. Um,
Well, this is where not knowing that the opponent doesn't have the second move comes in a bit annoying, because if they knew that it was just going to be Meteor Mash, this
yeah.
Metagross would have just sponged it.
Oh man, now we're seeing the exact opposite matchup at this point in time.
Well, it's not the
Um,
Shadow
yeah, yeah, no,
Snorlax now,
no.
so that changes things a bit.
Okay, interesting to throw here because I really think the key. Well, okay, there's two keys. Like the meter mash, double meter mash would KO the Snorlax, but I think you had to try to predict
I'm
on.
not a fan of this. I'm not sure what the point of not. Yeah, maybe to be able to get to the superpower, but
Yeah, maybe they were uncertain whether or not they could get to double
yeah, because
superpower.
you don't live the Meteor Mash anyway, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just a matter of like 2 turns, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. But the it's like it's like 14 seconds to make it to two superpowers and 15 seconds to make it to two meter mashes, and they were worried that they were going to get fainted or they're going to CP tie and lose CP tie. Um, so very nice, a very nice win there. All right, very
I do wonder a bit if they came in with the Metagross, took the Meteor Mash on that one, and kept the Machamp alive, if they would
yeah.
have maybe
Yeah, it was
changed.
it's kind of too hard of a prediction to predict that they're going to
Oh,
have.
you can definitely not call that.
Yeah.
All right, we see two lines with double dragon in the back. Both have one fake dragon.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm assuming that this okay. Looking to bait out the charmer. Um, so
Well, you
obviously,
cannot really bait out the charmer because you don't really have an answer to do anything with it, right?
yeah. But if they do have a charmer in the back, then like
Yeah, the Snorlax is pretty low also.
yeah, you need to see it. Okay, gonna throw right before him. Really good timing. Okay, looks like she's picking up some food to refresh after this match. Um, so I guess you feel. Hopefully, if you're Shishu, how do you feel as you competitor at this point, timing the match?
Yeah, I'm liking the what's the it's Saxon.
Mhm.
I think this the two shield Gyarados in the backs pretty. Oh, it's waterfall.
Interesting.
Then it's not even a fake dragon anymore.
Yeah, yeah, just that water type. It seems that Waterfall Gyarados is favored in this meta, and I figured it was. I'm actually kind of surprised with the safe switch to.
But still, there's also these Metagross.
Yeah, and actually choosing to carry Crunch with it. So, but this is looking pretty good at this point in time. Just needs to land 2 meter mashes, and this is likely over.
Yeah, this Snorlax cannot do a lot of damage anymore, I think. Also, given that this Gyarados is still healthy enough to not be farmed down that easily.
Yeah. I expected the double shield to come up. I don't believe the Dragonite will make it to 3 Dragon Claws, so they know for sure this is a Dragon Claw, so they're just contemplating on whether or not they can survive and make it. But this is definitely the safe play.
Yeah, I think you have to. Oh, they're
Oh,
gonna.
tried to catch there, but the
Yeah.
clock
The switch clock
wasn't quite
was
up,
like
and
the amount of times that you see that people try to switch at like 59 seconds of the switch clock.
yeah, exactly. But oh, actually, this oh, okay. But can this Gyarados
I
oh,
think
it'll
it's a
survive.
waterfall. Yeah, it should
It'll
live this.
if
It's not a shadow.
yeah. Close game though. Close game, all things considered, and well played by both competitors. So again, we're moving on to a very decisive game three. How do you think both of these have brought quite a bit different lines? How do you think each of them will react to what do you think the leads will be? What lines would you favor going into?
I find it pretty hard to predict Ashish because given that this Metagross was single moved, I'm not
Yeah.
sure what the roster there is.
Mhm.
So I might be calling things they don't have.
Yeah. I expect
Um,
a pretty similar pool of Pokemon, but I'm curious on how these two will adapt and try to win this third game.
yeah, I like to see some extra drill in the back. I think given what we've seen so far,
Absolutely.
but that's also because I like extra drill in the back anyway. So
Okay. Obviously, kind of a rough lead for Ashish at this point in time. Um, so gonna instantly
double
swap.
steal in the back.
Okay. Well, this is where you want to see it, right? So
Yeah,
um,
that's fortunate
get
call from the
okay.
it's Saxon.
There's almost no way you can call this, right? Like it just makes sense to shield. Like if you call this, that would be uh, a huge prediction, calling the single move to Metagross, but this is a very standard play. The double wild church. The Metagross did sneak in an extra bullet punch, but I believe it's still one off.
Yeah, it should be 12 against 15, right, for these
Yeah.
two mobs. But
Oh,
there was also some.
the Metagross not choosing to throw there because the Magneton actually chose to do one more spark there. So, but maybe wants the full amount of energy, which makes a lot of sense. Not that this is like a ton,
I
but
think they
might
could have reached wild charge as well, so I
yeah,
probably would have gone with that myself. I'm
but
not
still
sure
grab.
about the shield here.
Yeah, not exactly sure about the shield,
I don't
but
like that.
okay. I'm assuming gonna try to throw here and then gonna try to catch. I'm presuming the Dragon Claw onto the Excadrill, especially since the Hexorus is very close to another Dragon Claw. Okay, gonna choose to. Oh, okay. Well, this is actually that catch there was might actually end up costing. Okay. Choosing to
Why
switch out. What? Okay,
why do you do that?
what,
You leave a
what,
useless extras behind because that's not gonna get to any moves anymore.
uh, uh, uh,
All,
what?
all this Hexorus is gonna do is like 3 or 4 counters on the Dragonite.
Okay. We're gonna see the shield.
I'm
I'm
assuming double superpower
yeah,
from
just
the Snorlax should take it out.
just double superpower and then
But you also like to be super low because you don't want to give like too many counters.
yeah. You,
But still, it's gonna be a stretch for this Hexorus to get to move.
you just body slam it right at this point in time, yeah, and it has to shield this right or it gets Dragon Breath down.
Yeah, for sure.
If it doesn't shield,
Or
it's just gonna try. Oh yeah, it's just gonna be one Dragon Breath.
I mean, if not shielding there is just pretty much giving up the game, I think. But there was not much to win anymore.
Okay,
I think there was a perfect opportunity to use that Hexorus on the Snorlax there. Just stay in and get to another Dragon Claw.
Yeah. It honestly still would have been pretty tough, just because it likely would have got licked down, and then the Snorlax would have come with quite a bit of energy. But definitely, the best chance to win was to stay in, get a Dragon Claw off, maybe potentially grab a shield or something, right? Because then with the counters and the drill end would have been enough. But Wow. Okay.
Yeah, well, the play, of course, is you want to get it in one drill run range.
Exactly.
And I think 5 counters plus a Dragon Claw should be able to do that. And then you don't take the licks on the drill.
Yeah, exactly. And then would have been able to come out. So the opponent opened up the win con, but she's just saying, "No, thank you. I got my Uber Eats order to get to." So
Yeah.
uh,
You got to go for your priorities, right?
yeah, exactly. So, but I'm easy. She's an amazing battler. I'm sure will be participating in future GBLAs in the future. So, really, very interesting matchup between those two, and as well as I stated earlier, a lot of these high leaderboard trainers typically don't play Master League because of queue times and because they like to prioritize other leagues, especially ones that they are a little bit more well prepared for in terms of building Pokemon. But still, some tremendous matches. Them applying some really great mechanics, counting, catching, timing of throws. So I was still very impressed in that last round.
Yeah, it still really bothers me to not see the earthquake on that
Yeah,
that Metagross. I mean, come on.
yeah. Well, it served its purpose still, right? In the sense that it drew the
Yeah,
shield from the Mega Zone.
it being able to have it scared away the other Metagross from it in the zeros there. So
Yeah,
that
exactly. The bluff paid off. And honestly, how many times do you land an unshielded earthquake? Probably not too often. But
uh,
okay, we're gonna
not
see
it's not
two.
too uncommon.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna see two tremendous battlers going at it. Dial Chung versus J Beach. Two people that I really like watching battle. Yeah, so let's see how these two will be able to compete. And yeah, let's see. Okay.
Oh, it's snowing on both sides.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't often see that at the beach.
Okay. Oh, actually, interesting. Choosing to switch out. Obviously,
Hmm.
wanting to bait out the potential like charmer with this strategy.
Maybe it was just like reflex on expecting waterfall.
Yeah, exactly. So interesting. Both of them trying to fake their rage. We'll see whether or not J Beach is going to call it. Okay, they both got the bluff now. Like cat's out of the bag. And
I think it's
actually got the defense drop, which is actually pretty handy in this situation. Do you go for the crunch here, or do you go for the aqua tail? Because I think the
I think you go a bit over now. You
yeah.
just farm. Okay.
Oh, we're seeing the Thunder Fang. Oh man, this actually thing is
Ice
actually.
Fang. Ice
Oh,
Fang.
yeah, Ice Fang.
Yeah,
I actually
so
just shout.
this
I just shoutcasted someone using Thunder Fang on Hippowdon, so it's a little bit stuck in my head.
yeah. So this chat, the people that are from the Poker Race Discord will know how I feel about Hippo.
Yeah, good or bad?
Really bad, really bad. Yeah, I've picked it twice in drafts before, and it did nothing for me.
Okay, JB's electing to undercharge, but okay, but this is the problem when they undercharge, and they can switch out. It makes it kind of difficult there, and we're gonna see some nice farming. Probably could have farmed a
Could
little
have done
bit
a bit
more.
more, yeah. Also,
Yeah,
you win CMP.
yeah, exactly, and they just threw the weather ball, but
But yeah,
didn't want.
probably also not too familiar with the Hippo and how extremely slow it is.
Yeah. Okay, gonna choose to throw the
Could
rock
have gotten
slide.
a little bit more as well.
Yeah, it's a
So
little bit.
I think the way to play drills is usually to try to get as much energy as possible because that's how you win games.
Yeah. So this will come to CM.
It's best buddy. It's best buddy. So
Okay.
it will win CMP.
Yeah. So this is game over. This is
So it's
why.
probably expecting to win the CMPs in the mirrors there because of the
Yeah.
best buddy.
Yeah. That,
But
then,
still, yeah, it's nice to have like at least one to be able to be completely sure because the opponent can have best buddy as well.
yeah. No. Absolutely. So really nice gameplay on both sides. Unfortunate. Um, Unfortunately, not trying to farm more against the Gyarados because the Hippo could at least threaten the extra drill a little bit more. But throwing there ended up being pretty costly. So, all right, let's go ahead and go to game number 2, and we'll see how these two will adapt.
I'm not expecting to see the Hippo anymore, though. But let's see.
Okay.
Great lead for J Beach.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
And there's another fan favorite of the Poker Race Discord.
Yeah, yeah. This is gonna be honestly pretty rough for Dial Up. Is there any chance that Dial Up can come out of this matchup? I guess with energy,
That's
you
the
farm.
drill. That's the drill. It can farm a tremendous amount, but it should not.
Yeah,
It should go straight crunch or not throw at all because you want either kill it or leave farm.
yeah, exactly. But if you get the attack drop, then you probably shouldn't. Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. Probably just
Yeah,
stop
okay.
tapping. Yeah, probably just stop tapping at this point in time. Let them farm you down.
Yeah, I don't think you do anything anymore. Well, the dangerous thing is that
The attack
now you
drop.
can win switch. But the dangerous thing here for the
But there's no
Magna
way
Zone
we-
is that they can lose switch.
But the
they
attack
don't.
drop,
No.
the attack dropped, right? Which is why they ended up
Right.
surviving. Yeah. So
Okay, yeah, then. Yeah, I don't really like that. Yeah, this is game over. This is our
yeah.
counter city.
Yeah, tried to catch there, and I think that was a perfectly reasonable play to do, but unfortunate.
I'm hoping. That's too bad. I was hoping to see an earthquake there.
Yeah.
You know this
Yeah,
game is very much over anyway. So
exactly, just EQ the. Yeah, this is game over. Gonna try to farm up a bunch.
yeah, but it's gotta need to reach like 2 more full drill run cycles against the counter, and it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, get it.
Also, I don't think this is even in 1 drill run range, so it needs a lot. So it's indeed conceding there.
And they got the attack boost because why not? All right, so we're gonna go into game number 3. Dial Up choosing to go basically extra drill double flyers. In this time, electing to bring Togekiss instead of Dragonite in game number 2. Do you think Dial Up goes ahead and runs the this type of strategy again, crown double flyers, or do you think we'll see an adjustment? And do you think JB? What kind of prediction JB's will?
Yeah, JB's is running a little bit of more unconventional things with Magnezone and Hippowdon. The things that I personally really don't like here. So I find that article. I think Dial Up will probably bring the Excadrill again, also knowing that he will win all CMPs with it. That's really nice, I think.
Absolutely. All right. Okay. Let's go to the third and final game for this round. The third match in the quarterfinals. Okay. So how do you like to play this match on both sides? A little bit tricky. A little bit tricky depending.
Yeah,
on
you just stay in as the Dragonite here. Definitely, given that you have the Togekiss in back and you wait with throwing. You live the 1 wild charge, so they have to throw it.
You just have to be careful that they don't try to catch. Obviously, the Dragonite wins CMP. Okay,
I'm pretty sure this doesn't KO, so if they kept count, they just let it go. Because, yeah, this is a horrendous move.
Okay, choosing to catch. Well, you're probably pretty happy if you're Dial Up here to see the Mamoswine here in this.
Well, the problem still, there's still a problem because this Magnezone is still very healthy and you have a Togekiss in the back.
But you're almost at the Dragon Claw, right? And we're going to see how Dial Up will choose to play. This Avalanche does quite a bit. And it's not, Haxorus really can't do too much to Togekiss, so this will be a pretty interesting ending to this match. This Body Slam probably wouldn't KO, but Dial Up can probably choose to shield and lick down. Yeah, you definitely should choose to shield and lick down. Control the switch. But we do expect the Haxorus to come into the Snorlax.
Yeah, it might be actually disadvantageous to be here because this Haxorus can just counter down now.
But you likely get to 2 Body Slams. Yeah, because it looks like you're only one lick away.
Yeah, of course, JB's doesn't know that there's a Togekiss.
Yeah. So all this farm is not going to really do too much. Okay, choosing to very interesting play here. I'm not 100% sure on this play, but the Dragonite is very close to a move, right? So
Do you call the Mirror Shot here as the Togekiss?
you 100% have to call the mirror
Yeah,
shot.
I think so, right?
Okay, okay. Let's see if the attack will drop. The attack did fall. That's actually really bad. There's actually really difficult calls here. Okay, and really difficult decisions. So, okay, like a decent CMP. Who I'm assuming Haxorus wins CMP over the remaining 2 Pokemon, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you cannot beat the Hexorus here, I think.
You're gonna choose to,
For sure.
but no, the thing.
It has to throw. Why doesn't it throw here? Because this is going to be able to KO and the Body Slam isn't. But also this won't quite, right? Yeah. This is Lick range. This is Lick range.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but I think that's a smart play, choosing to transfer the counter onto the Snorlax, knowing that the Dragon Breath, they're both 1-turn moves, right? That was a crazy ending of the game.
Yeah, to be honest, I think this was already in Lick range, so it would not really have mattered. It was basically a matter of being able to snipe the 1-turn move before the charge move or not.
Yeah, but I think JB.
If the Lick would not have KO'd, then it's definitely brilliant.
Yeah. It was a safer play. Like both of them.
Let's look at this HP. Let's look how much it is. That's not more than 3, right?
That's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know how much total HP the Haxorus has, but I think J Beach could have just thrown the Dragon Claw, right? Haxorus wins CMP.
Oh yeah, definitely. They had to do that.
Again, these are 2 very well-established players, and let's see how they adapt. Okay, bringing that Shadow Snorlax. Honestly, I really like Shadow Snorlax in Master League Premier. There's a lot of places where regular Snorlax actually misses the Lick Breakpoint, unless you're best buddy or just barely under it. But
yeah, I think the best buddy only applies to Zapdos, and Gyarados. Zapdos and Gyarados, but we only see Gyarados here, of course. Against a lot of things that you do 2 per lick, and then getting 3 per lick is a huge bonus for just 20% poke loss.
Yeah, absolutely. And interesting, the Metagross actually not having the best buddy, so it doesn't have the bullet punch breakpoint versus this Dragonite, but really good timing there. Especially really close to the Dragon Claw, which would have, with the Dragon Best, likely would have taken out the Metagross there. So, but
I do tend to keep seeing a lot of Hurricane, and I'm not a big fan of it because you pick it basically only for the Togekiss.
Yeah.
And you still don't KO. So in a lot of cases, if you have something like a Metagross or an Excadrill, it doesn't matter if you have to kill it, or it doesn't really matter what you do. Yeah, so then
Auburn really staying composed there and choosing to farm down, coming up with a bunch of energy, and these meter mashes will hurt this Shadow Snorlax quite a bit. I do expect Auburn to switch out after this, or maybe actually throw out the second meter mash, but choosing to switch out. And then we're gonna see.
I got some energy advantage at least.
Yeah, it looks like the Snorlax was just standing there for a second, or its action was trying to decide what to do in this particular scenario, because it is a little bit tricky, right? So obviously we're gonna see the max farm come out. Actually choosing. Okay, this is interesting here. What do you do here? Because this is not looking particularly great, because you can definitely get bullet punch down, because Auburn's Metagross definitely has the best buddy. Gonna bait. Okay, I think this is okay though.
Interesting.
But maybe with the does the Snorlax have a? I don't think it has a superpower yet, right?
It did leave with some energy, right? It didn't throw itself.
So we are going to see probably the immediate. Oh yeah, this should be over.
Yeah, I think it will barely survive if at all, but then it's a couple bullet punches. Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it seemed very very close matchup. Auburn able to overcome a little bit of a difficult lead in the form of Metagross and Shadow
Well,
Snorlax.
I think the Metagross against Shadow Snorlax is relatively neutral because if you land one Meteor Mesh, it's going to be really
Yeah,
awkward
no,
already for
yeah,
the Shadow Snorlax, where the regular one tanks it much easier, so then it can be farmed down after that.
yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. And then it's actually not having the best buddy boost on the Metagross end up being a little bit costly there. All right, yeah, we're ready for game number 2. Let's go ahead and see it. So we're gonna see Tokius into Metagross, obviously.
Well, this is, I guess, the second worst matchup you can see
Yeah,
in Premier.
yeah, exactly. So actually
After
running
auto swap, we see
double.
double fighters.
Okay, so this is a little bit tricky, right? Because the Stone Edge, the Dragonite will live the Stone Edge, but it will do quite a bit. But there's not really any point in baiting because you only save I think you only save one counter if you.
Yeah, it's
If
for
you
if you do two, then you can do a dynamic punch and a stone edge at the same time,
yeah,
or the second stone edge is one counter more indeed.
you gotta let this go, right? Because obviously the Dragonite has built up to 2 Dragon Claws. And then you're gonna look for the full
Also,
sword.
you have Togekiss anyway, so you don't really care about this Dragonite.
Yeah, exactly. And we are going to see the Hurricane come in, which is going to do quite a bit of damage, but obviously not real. Auburn not looking to win based off of Tokius, but maybe if you can farm down like another dragon in the back, could make it to the flamethrower. But this is looking, oh man, not waiting the clock out, which is definitely a smart move. But Hacksters with 2 shields, right? This is going to be a little bit tricky. Able to get the counter in. Definitely going to shield the Meteor Mash would do a tremendous amount of damage. Okay. What do you try to catch a Night Slash? If you're.
I think at some point that might indeed be the play, because the yeah, that's probably you cannot save it from throwing less energy or something like that because both are the same energy. Then best you can do is let it throw the worst move.
Okay, so. Oh man, okay. I'm not sure how this particular matchup. This Tokius is still alive though.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I think they must have been switch locked
Yeah, yeah.
as
Oh,
Metagross because you really wanted to escape there. I think.
yeah.
Yeah, this should be good for the Axorus side.
Yeah, and I believe the Tokius actually has an ancient power as well. If you need it at the very end. Oh, okay. I don't think that this matchup's over anyway. So
Yeah,
and did get the unnecessarily attack boost there, and Auburn actually coming up with.
basically classic ABB here, right? So lure
Yeah, yeah.
away the Dragonite and then the Axorus swept the team here.
Auburn able to come back from a really rough lead there, able to bait out the counter there to and then able to come out ahead.
I do think I would have liked from the Metagross side, since you have the same pace to your charge moves as the Conk, and you have the advantage of CMP and that you're starting, that maybe you stay in and throw a Meteor Mash to grab a shield first.
Yeah, no.
Because you don't need that much health for the Togekiss anyway, so getting a shield first and then leaving might be nice. Yeah, of course you throw off the switch clock. That can get awkward.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, all right. Very quick. I think that was our first 2-0 that we've seen. But Auburn, a very tremendous competitor, and was able to win whether or not in the advantage, the disadvantage or slight neutral matchup, or at the huge disadvantage with the Tokius double counter user.
Yeah, well, the matchup's not, of course, not always completely decided on the lead. So this Axorus was an enormous threat to the backline of the opponent there. So
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna see Dial Up versus Ron Universe. So obviously Ron Universe won the first round with the very patented Waterfall Gyarados double charm line, while Dial Up really relied on the extra drill double flyers. In this case, using both using Gyarados in both the first games, and then Tokius and Dragonite. How do you think these two will pair off in terms of styles and matchup? I think this will be a really good matchup between these two.
Yeah, so if we see some more fast move pressure from the side of Ron again, then maybe this Excadrill from Dialog can really excel.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm hoping to see some Excadrill action here. Also, I think the most entertaining matches in Premier are usually the ones which come down to who plays the drill the best.
Absolutely.
So who gets it in the earliest, who gets the most energy, etc. Properly and gets the most out of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. If we are ready for the battle, let's go ahead and see this second semifinal matchup between Ron and Dilap. Yeah, as well, predictions are in, so go ahead and put your predictions to see who's going to come out on top, and I'm assuming we're going to wait for the prediction to lower down a little bit in time before we see these two competitors go at it. Both tremendous battlers, both people that I've seen and have tremendous respect for in terms of their gameplay. All right, let's. We're gonna see Excadrill. Oh man, this is what you want to see, right?
Yeah, that's what you want to
Dude.
see. Although it can be decided also
Oh,
based on both best buddies.
best buddies.
But so it's based on sneaking or maybe catching.
Okay, tried to catch there. Oh, okay.
That's awkward because this drill might be able to get off at least 2 before you get to your move.
Yeah, I think this is a dragon.
So you have to shield.
This is a dragon breath one as well, so it's not any melee threat and able to build up quite a bit of energy. This is looking really rough for Dial Up. A loaded Excadrill in the back.
Well, the extra drill are equally loaded now, I think.
Yeah.
I think they are at the same place now. So the one that brings it in the earliest should be able to get one mud shot and be able to beat the other. Or get way earlier and they're completely desynced.
Does this Rock Slide KO?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But we're going to see the Conkeldurr come in, right? We're going to see the media.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be rough because this is going to be the matchup. This Conkeldurr should be able to come out with a move against the Dragonite. This is a little bit awkward though.
Okay, yeah. This is an interesting decision to really wants to grab the shield, and obviously
you have to shield this. Because you lose the 2 shield and this damage is can be ignored basically.
Did Run Universe actually make the move? I guess got the counter in, right? So it has the Dynamic Punch and the Stone Edge. So good, no shield. I think the shield makes sense, right? Because the Conkeldurr does have the move.
Yeah, you need to get as low as possible on these shields, so kind of has to.
This is a. Oh, you're gonna go for the farm down, right?
Yeah, I think you just go.
Oh, you just farm down, just double drill run.
Yeah, I don't think you throw here.
Yeah, you just. Oh my gosh, this is a. Okay, this is not the strategy I was expecting, but this makes
no because sense. This is an extra mud shot, right?
Yeah.
So they have double. They come out.
Okay. But this is game over here, right? Because the Conkeldurr, they have a shield still, right?
Yeah.
And
the move.
Okay. I guess was trying to predict that they were gonna try to switch. That's really the only win con there, was that predicting that they were gonna try to switch and get the move off. But this is game over. It was very interesting. I think Dial Up went for the only win con, right? Because obviously you can't get off 2 moves there. Was trying to predict whether or not Ron Universe, which a lot of the competitors would have, so that certainly would have worked against a lot of other elite battlers. But went for the only reasonable win con there was Stone Edge BM. I don't know if the Stone Edge probably would still KO there. But that getting that counter in and then banking the move was was really huge there. And then Dial-Up went for a reasonable win con. Unfortunately, the opposing extra drill just had a little bit too much energy and too much health to be able to win there. So
Yeah, I
really
found it
nice.
really interesting also to see both of them swapping out, or at least the one swapping out before even throwing anything.
Yeah. I guess was trying to catch, and
Yeah, I think
eventually
they
had to.
were too afraid to throw both of them
Yeah,
because
exactly.
afraid of the catch, and then one of them tried to catch before any one of them
Yeah,
throws.
exactly. And eventually had to switch out because if there was going to be a charmer in the back, it would have been really difficult. So, okay, all right, let's go ahead and go into game number 2. We're gonna see whether or not Ron Universe can close out the match, or whether or not Dial Up can actually come
That's
back
a
from that.
great lead for Dial-Up here. I think
Yeah,
you have to swap out as Ron here.
yeah. Okay, try to. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is.
Yeah, I don't know why you would switch out this late, because now this drill is absolutely loaded and your extra drill is not going to do anything.
Okay, I'm assuming that.
You can trade 2 shields for 1 here and still do pretty much no damage.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, able to get extra mud shot in, and then Dial Up obviously gonna farm up a little bit more before throwing and taking out this extra drill.
Yeah, this is easier energy than against the Togekiss, for example.
Okay,
I think this game is already over here.
What's in the back? Okay, Gyarados. Let's see if it's a waterfall or dragon breath.
Yeah, but even then, they're yeah. Should be a move here.
You just let it go down, or do you switch and transfer the waterfall?
I think you switch here.
Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, obviously you have to come to your own Gyarados in this situation. You actually have Dragon Breath, so it's quite favorable. But
yeah, now it's just. I think the boost is the only win con here.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you have to beat this other Togekiss significantly. And they have a shield, so they're gonna actually land the move. They let it go.
Yeah, they're gonna be able to land the move regardless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the Ancient Power, and this is gonna be. Oh man, both of them, honestly, very interesting themes of these matches. Whoever switched out of the against the extra, obviously, is you eventually have to switch out as a Togekiss, but maybe should have switched out a little sooner. Because
I don't think you can get this extra drill so much energy, because then that's
to be honest,
impossible to overcome.
Yeah, and it would be very difficult to catch as a 3-turn user versus a 2-turn user, especially at this level. But had to try to do something there. So we're now 1-1, and
I guess the play is to go immediately to your hard counter in Gyarados.
Yeah, for sure.
Make them swap and then try to get your extra drill in some point later and get this energy advantage, and then it's also a super hard counter again.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was going to be a difficult matchup regardless. But Dial-Up staying very composed when the opposing extra drill came in, farmed up the appropriate amount of energy, threw at the good times, and was able to come out on top of that matchup. All right, we're going to move on to the third game, this decisive matchup, and see who will meet Auburn in the finals. Okay. We'll see if this is Waterfall or Dragon Breath. We've seen Ron Universe. Okay. Oh, running the patented double charm team.
Well, this is gonna be interesting. Of course, this extra drill is gonna come out with a good amount of health, at least, because I think it has to throw after one mud shot again.
Yeah.
And it probably knows that.
Gonna CMP. There's no way you can shield this as the very nice.
No, you should not shield this. No, you need to save the shields for the Sylveon later.
For sure.
And you have some counter anyway here.
This is very similar to the last game, right? Or the last third game by Ron Universe. But in this case, the extra drill needs to come out with a little bit more energy.
Was it
this
the
time.
exact same line the last time as well?
I think it was a Hackstars. No, no.
There was
I'm
some
not.
other thing that was able to beat the Gyarados, right?
Yeah. Okay. Oh man.
Oh, we
Okay.
have a little bit of
This is
lag.
the little lag there. This actually. Okay. Timing's
Doesn't seem
everything
to
here.
have mattered.
Yeah. This is Okay, good timing. No charm through there, but this is gonna be still very difficult for Dial-Up to take out the Sylveon. We'll likely be able to take both shields and land a body unshielded body slam.
Yeah,
But
that's. You also have to consider, of course, that this Dragonite doesn't do 0 damage. These Rim
yeah,
Grafts are still definitely going to be 2 damage each.
absolutely.
Which is basically leg level, I think.
Okay, tried to CMP there, or throw like on the second part of the charm. Okay.
Yeah, I got a shield.
We gotta shield this just for the damage, right? So. Okay, can it? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, banking the move there. That's actually and able to catch the
And
Aquatail. That's
catches,
actually
yeah.
this is actually really huge for dial up.
Yeah, this is gonna be a win for Dial-Up now because they will farm the Gyarados, have something like what if Hurricane.
Can they make it to the?
Yeah, they should make it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Oh man, dial up able to take down the patented waterfall double charm team. Very nice gameplay. Perfect timing, almost perfect mechanics by dial up there, and really needed to be able to overcome a quite a difficult line to win.
I'm not 100% sure, but I do think that actually having regular
That's
legs
involved
over the
in the GBLA, these type of tournaments would not be possible. So again, this is week 7. So next week will be week 8, which is the final week to be able to qualify for the grand finals. So everyone, do your best to climb as much elo as possible and try to make it into the GBLA because getting into the finals will be a really be really special in and of itself. But as well, there's tremendous prizes available for those that win, and as well tremendous bragging rights. So we do have Auburn versus Dial Up. So based off what you've seen from these two competitors thus far, who are you favoring?
I think it's a tough one. I really liked both of these players in the last round. I've been seeing a little bit more of Excadrill from Dial-Up, which I obviously have said a lot that I like that. Also compared with the Snorlax, bringing things in counter in farm down range, that's nice. Yeah, I think both of them haven't really been doing a lot of weird picks or even a lot of charmers, right? So should be up for some nice battles, I think.
Yeah, and these two competitors would have also done probably quite a bit of research and understanding of each other. Likely they faced each other a number of different times and are going to be ready for to see who's going to come out top. Obviously, Dial-Up really favoring, especially in the early matches, this Excadrill double flyer combination. Whether or not it's Dragonite and Gyarados or whether it's Togekiss, and then Auburn obviously also coming with a number of different really strong lines and strong team combinations that would rank pretty high on PV Poke as, as we would have seen in our sponsorship video. So I'm really hyped for this match. This is a best of 5, not a best of 3. So we're going to see these two competitors really go at it. And yeah, we're going to see who's going to come out on top. All right, let's go for it. Again, we've already done predictions, so I'm curious on who's going to come out on top. We do see the selection screen on Auburn's side. You see that Auburn's not only ready for Master League Premier Classic, but also ready for when Open
I
Masters
was
comes
scanning it a
through.
bit. I saw some legendaries, but missing
not
some
two.
of the non-legendaries, which is surprising because I think they are easier to get, right?
Yeah. Well, Auburn's a big grinder and a big raider as well. So we see dial up again coming in with that extra drill. We're gonna see the immediate switch in to Snorlax. Probably gonna throw the drill run because really doesn't
What
have a cool matchup in the back.
what I often see is that these extra drill, at least when I'm playing them, are throwing at 5, which we see now, and then immediately leaving.
Okay.
But I definitely prefer doing a little bit more, what I see Dial-Up doing now.
Yeah.
Get it that energy advantage. Licks are only doing 2, if I'm correct. So
We do see the best buddy ribbon on this Snorlax, and it looks like it is best buddy boosted, right?
yeah, it's definitely best buddy CP.
So these body slams and licks are gonna definitely chunk away. Um,
Gyarados not being best buddy means that it's indeed taking a lot more lick damage here.
okay, a very nice timing. That was that was a perfect CMP by dial up there. Going for the crunch. Wasn't certain the Aquatail would KO, so just going for the safe crunch. Does get charmed down. But this looks like really favorable for dial up in the back, unless something miraculous occurs. Obviously, there's huge desync in the clock still, so we will likely gonna switch. Honestly, there's kind of have to maybe there's a way if this Dragonite if the Hackstress takes both shields, you don't shield and you get to the flamethrower. But I
I
imagine
think
the
all this
Dragonite.
Dragonite has to do is make sure that the Togekiss becomes in actually in 1 Rock Slide range.
Yeah, they're just not gonna. This is not gonna shield the second one, and then gonna be able to
Yeah.
farm that in this.
Land 1 move, make sure it's in 1 Rock Slide range,
Yeah, exactly.
and then it's done its job.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, not gonna shield, and there's not really. Well, honestly, the extra did take some.
Yeah, but
counters,
Excadrill usually has 4 charge moves in it, and it's only been dropping 1.
Okay.
So there are definitely 2 more after this one.
Yeah. So really nice timing by dial up there, throwing the mud shot, then throwing the rock slide not to give up too many turns. Because really to make sure throws at the precise. Okay, needs to live one more.
Yeah,
turn.
this is gonna be fine. I think the win con for Auburn here was to get the boost actually.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And make sure that you recognizes it. So
yeah,
I think
honestly,
if you get the boost, then maybe you can kill it before that last.
Yeah, for sure.
Last one.
If it would have got the boost, then the charm certainly would have KO'd the extra drill there. But Auburn not electing to go down that route, and we seen Auburn in I believe it was in the first round, get hard countered, then completely hard counter the opponent. So we're gonna see whether or not he'll take that strategy again, or whether or not he'll elect to run the same team or a similar team. And again, we'll see whether or not Dial Up will choose to run the extra drill lead in the second game. Again, best of 5. You can definitely do a lot of reading on how your opponents play, how they like to build their teams, or what they're favoring, or what they might be scared of.
Yeah, if they've played each other in longer formats before outside of Go Battle League as well, then they might have some idea how they usually respond to leads, losing them, winning the game, etc.
Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and get to game number 2 in this best of 5. We're gonna see zone. Oh my gosh! Okay, electing goes zone. Okay, this is a
King. I think we were wrong where we said that Garchomp into Togekiss is the worst matchup.
Yeah. Does get quite a big energy advantage. Gonna throw the. Oh man! Okay, good timing again, but it doesn't matter. You're not gonna shield as the Gyarados anyways.
Yeah, I wonder if this.
Oh, gonna shield. Okay.
Now bait. Yeah, that's more.
Okay. Looks like
didn't they press?
It was like a desync CMP.
But they wanted to bait now because
because they shielded. Was not expecting to shield there.
Really bad.
This is looking.
If this is just gonna be, if Dial Up can keep switch here, and that should definitely be possible, then this is very much over.
Yeah, and I think this
Both
might be.
answers they have, even if they have
Oh my
100
gosh,
energy, they can do
this is
nothing.
this is a complete
They
hard
don't
counter.
do anything.
Yeah, this is a complete hard counter. Here, if we see what's at the back, honestly, this is like two. Oh god. Okay, let's hope that Auburn has TM'd his hackers to surf, so you can at least do some damage to this Tokius.
I think
Or if
it
you,
meets Meteor Mesh fast moves, and then
yeah,
it's
yeah.
maybe okay.
Oh man, this is terrible here. Okay, gonna wild charge. This does some damage actually. It's
Yeah,
like
that
twenty
does a bit.
percent. Does like 20%.
No, I think it's even more.
Yeah, and then gonna immediately switch.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Does at least bother to throw these moves.
Yeah.
Maybe buying himself a bit of time to think for the next match.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, these charms are absolutely destroying Hacksters. Oh man, dial up choosing. Okay, you just keep farming. This is the right strategy by Auburn for sure. Because you can actually interesting. Maybe keep farming because I think if you throw both night slashes, you can switch out to okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Okay, gonna wait
good
till there's.
matter.
He's basically looking if there's 10 seconds left on the clock. Um, okay, he's probably gonna throw right now. Okay, throw right now, then immediately swap. Um, obviously we're not
But
gonna.
now the Togekiss can swap as well, so they
Yeah,
will
yeah,
definitely do that as well.
but maybe you don't. You don't swap. Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe you don't. Maybe you five head, and you don't swap. You don't
Yeah.
swap, right?
Oh,
Because dial up was gonna swap right away, right? Um,
he immediately pressed it as
he
well.
immediately swapped, right? Like personally, I might have not swapped, anticipating the swap from the
It
extra
was
drill.
an honorable attempt indeed.
Yeah. Obviously, we're gonna see the farm down. Um,
Although I still would
maybe if
believe
okay, yeah, no, there's no way. Okay, but maybe if the Hackstress gets a boost,
there's no way, right?
there's no way. There's no way here. Yeah, maybe if Hackstress gets a boost and no charm goes through. Honestly,
Well,
like
I think I saw the charm.
no, charm goes through. Honestly, like
With the boost, it would have been
I think the boost would
possible.
KO. It would definitely would KO. It definitely would KO.
Yeah. Oh, that was way closer than I would have wanted.
Yeah. Maybe unnecessary tactics by dial up there.
Yeah, I
Just
think it made it a bit unnecessarily complicated there because this hex was absolutely loaded now, and that what somewhat made it difficult to deal with later. But
yeah.
because also I doubt that this Magnezone could come out with so much energy
Take out
to really ruin the life of the drill because you no shield the first one, so they can't bait.
for sure. Really needed. Honestly, if I was Auburn at that point in time, maybe you just don't switch and then catch the extra draw off the. But let's go ahead and game 3. Obviously, this is potentially decisive matchup for dial up to win week 7 and make it on to the grand finals. So let's just go for it. Let's just go for it and see whether or not Auburn cannot get completely hard countered. Okay.
If this is Waterfall, it's the first really neutral lead that we see in this final.
Yeah. No,
It's probably not.
okay.
Oh, this is
This is interesting.
this is potentially really bad for dial-up here. Because I also see Hex versus the drill.
Okay, gonna no shield this. Is this yeah, okay, it did a little bit less than I thought. And then I guess you just shield once farm down. Okay, no, okay, not gonna take any risks here. Okay, well this got the powder snow through, so
I don't think it does really matter because you just match shields.
Yeah, it does match shields here. And
Cancel
then,
out this matchup.
Yeah.
And move on with the next one.
Yeah, exactly. And then should be able to counter down in 2 and then easily survive. And then we'll see the Gyarados come in and farm down. Likely it's a Dragon Breath Gyarados because it switched to
yeah, must be right.
Immediately.
Because it was not that ABB to...
Yeah. And then we're going to see the Tokios come in. We're going to see the immediate switch out.
Yeah.
And this is looking really good right now for Auburn. Definitely live this. And then land the Night Slash, which the extra drill will almost certainly have to shield. if it wants any chance.
Even if it doesn't even have to shield this next Rock Slide.
Yeah.
Or Rock Slide Drill Run.
Gonna farm up a little bit. Also, thank you to Caleb for the rate of 62, tuning in to going to go support his Cool Cats teammate in Auburn, and maybe this will give Auburn the luck to try to overcome this 2-0 deficit. Obviously, going to be 2-1 in this particular scenario, and this match is over. Dial up, going to try to put the valiant fight till the end, but there's not really too much this Gyarados can do at this point in time.
I don't think he reached the fire. The flamethrower here is the Togekiss.
Yeah, there's no way. It looks like the charm went through as well. Not that it really matters at this point in time.
I'm not sure how common that is in these communities to throw these resisted, sometimes double resisted charms when you've won anyway.
I think just depends on who. Probably depends more on who's the competitor. So Auburn able to hard counter, dial up, and come out with a very clean win. Very quick switches there, and just able to maintain control throughout the entire match. Obviously, it was going to be an extremely, almost impossible matchup for dial up to win. But Auburn, again, you need to stay on your toes even when you completely hard counter one of the best players out there. So let's move on to game number 4. Again, could be a decisive game if Dial Up is able to come out on top. Ooh, we're gonna see.
Oh, this is gonna be nice.
Okay, let's see what they have in the
Are we
back.
gonna see a catch this time?
Oh, we have double water. Oh man, okay. This actually look.
It's the first melodic that we see, right?
Yeah. Okay. Auburn must know that. I don't think his is best buddy. Let's see.
I think I didn't see the best buddy there.
Yeah.
I think it's 32-44.
Yeah. It looks like it.
So if he doesn't get an extra fast move in, he knows that he has.
Dial Up actually predicting when Auburn was gonna throw. So gonna force the CMP again. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is
So there has to be the catch at some point.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't be surprised if both of them switch out on CMP.
Yeah. I think so too. Okay. Oh man.
Wait, Dial Up
was so confident that Auburn was gonna switch out. Didn't even bother throwing. That's actually kind of ludicrous.
Throwing on CMP here.
And throwing on CMP too. What the heck? That's actually kind of ludicrous.
But yeah, well, of course, the throwing on CMP here is relatively easy.
Yeah.
You know, you throw at 6
for sure, and they can't switch and do anything. That's kind of an unreal call. But again, this is depends on what comes in, right? Like, and what the movesets are on this melodic here, right? Because doesn't.
I'm expecting Dragon Tail on the melodic.
Yeah, and then
this Gyarados is gonna get to the Aqua Tail right before Excadrill can actually Rock Slide again, so should be able to take it out.
I think we're okay. Here comes the.
It's gonna elect for the farm now.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a nice play. Yeah, that makes
Gyarados wouldn't have been able to pull that off.
Yeah, for sure. And this is okay. Wow. Okay, that is honestly. That was such a gutsy play. That was it's not a totally unreasonable play. Like as we predicted that we did expect the switch out.
I really love that. No, that just farm over, and also it makes sense, right? Because if you respect your opponent, you know they're not going to be throwing in a CMP. They know they lose.
Yeah, that was. But honestly, could have just thrown on the CMP, then just farmed down. Could have farmed down, but that was thank you, the 64 Ninja, for the raid of 28. Just gonna raid into Dial Up being GBLA Week 7 champion. Absolutely tremendous match. Again, Dial Up is personally, for me, one of my most favorite battlers I like to watch. Very good at the mind games, very technically precise, able to come ahead. Auburn as well had a tremendous tournament as well, but just ran into some unfortunate leads and some absolutely ridiculous calls by dial up. So
Yeah,
uh,
if they would have just gone for it, then it would have been
that match
pretty
probably
easy
would have been
win.
over. That would have been over.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
entire match would have been over. Like the extra drill probably would have swept. Would have swept the maybe not swept, but at least
Not
yeah,
quite, because
yeah,
indeed it needs 2 rock slides to get
yeah,
to take out both of those
yeah,
flyers, and
yeah,
they can take it out before that. But indeed,
yeah.
it would have done a tremendous amount of damage.
Yeah, that was yeah,
You
just
can just throw rock slide and then dip
yeah,
and
no,
not
it's
take any charge moves.
yeah, absolutely. That was uh again absolutely mind-blowing matchups. And again, you can see these type of matchups on a weekly basis if you tune into the GBLA. Again, we like to thank our sponsors, PV Poke and Anonymous. Thank the entire team, especially Nightwing in the background shouting instructions to us and fighting us to show the double charm battles, even if whether or not they win or lose. So again, and I appreciate Speedius giving me this opportunity to shoutcast and to host. And Stefan, why don't you tell them a little bit more about yourself and the Pogo Raids community?
Yeah, I already did a little bit at the beginning, of course. One thing to add maybe is that for this Master League tournament platform that we are trying to run, still need a little bit of help in the form of some developers. We are looking for, I think at this moment, 2 front end and 2 back end people, and maybe 1 graphics kind of person.
Perfect. Yeah. So if you're interested,
Um,
definitely reach
yeah,
out. And we're actually going to show the grand finals like preview of like the bracket to show dial up peering on the bracket as the week 7 winner. And we have some absolute insane trainers here. Each of these trainers, honestly, favor different leagues, right? And are definitely better in some leagues than others. But we're gonna see who's gonna ultimately come out on top to be season 3 champion. And I look forward to seeing that come through. And if everything falls into place, we might have a very special showcaster for the grand finale. But obviously, before the grand finale, we do have week 8, which will be looks like it's going to be in the Open Great League, and we're going to see who's going to win that week and sneak into the GBLA championship finals. Okay, great. So again, thank you to everyone that was involved in this process. Thank you to all the tremendous competitors for battling some really tough trainers in a pretty interesting format, and maybe in a league that they're not overly comfortable with. And again, if you want to follow the news more directly around the GBLA, follow the GBLA on Twitter. I think it's Go Battle League 2. Speedies, you have to fix that on Twitter. So definitely give it a follow so you can stay up to date on when they're gonna do the leaderboards and take as well to know who's gonna reach out to you. So if you are high up on the leaderboard. So I believe that's everything on my end. Stefan, do you have anything else you wanna say?
yeah, I just dropped the link to our Discord server at Pogo Raids. Everyone that likes Master League definitely coming out. We do tournaments, we have drafts. I think these are also at a really high level, and a lot of great players there. King usually also covers lots of these drafts in his videos.
Like,
Other than that, people that are verified usually do stream a lot on the server. People that are a bit newer can learn a lot. I think we pushed a lot of people to next levels. Some to legends, some to expert, to reach their own level. Just by going on stream, have some of these expert battlers looking with you, giving you some tips, helping out, and just growing as a player there.
absolutely.
So yeah, if you're looking to evolve your game in the Master League, definitely coming out at Poker Race.
Yeah, and hopefully we will see Dial-Up or Auburn also participate in some of those Pogo Raids Master League tournaments. They certainly have at least some of the beginning Pokemon to compete in. we'd love to see some of the best players in Pogo Raids Discord also battle these tremendous competitors. Okay, so we're gonna raid Azure. Tell him he needs to get into the GBLA, right? Or this will be the last raid we're gonna send to him. So we're gonna put a little bit of pressure on Azure to buckle down and to start climbing some elo. So give him a little bit more incentive there. But again, appreciate Stefan, appreciate everyone that participated and all the viewers there. Speediest will be back, so you don't have to deal with me anymore, and we'll be back to our regularly tuned show. But again, week 8 and the championships, really looking forward to it. Again, thank you everyone, and go ahead and enjoy Azure's stream.